You've seen the movies. The Exorcist. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Demon House. But what if I told you, those terrifying films were based on real events? Tonight, we uncover the true stories of real exorcisms that ended in tragedy. Stay till the end, because the #1 case will haunt you, long after this video ends. 5. The Smyrl Haunting, 1974 to 1989, USA. For more than a decade, the Smyrl family claimed their Pennsylvania home was under attack. They heard dragging sounds, smelled rotten odors, and saw shadowy figures moving in the dark. They swore it felt like unseen eyes followed them, every single night. Then, it turned violent, scratches on their skin, beds shaking, and even physical assaults. Famous demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren, the same couple from the Conjuring films, investigated. They believed the house was infested with a powerful demon. The events were so disturbing, Hollywood turned the case into the movie The Haunted. 4. Michael Taylor, 1974, UK. Michael Taylor was a quiet man living in a small English town. But after joining a religious prayer group, something changed. He claimed he was possessed by more than 40 demons. Priests performed a violent exorcism, forcing the spirits out one by one. But they admitted, a few demons were left inside. That very night, Michael brutally murdered his wife, tearing her face apart with his bare hands. When arrested, covered in blood, he whispered only one chilling thing, "I am free now." But whatever was freed that night, still terrifies investigators today. His case inspired multiple horror films about possession and madness. 3. The Ammons Demon House, 2011, USA. Gary, Indiana. A mother, Latoya Ammons, and her 3 children said demons tormented them. Police officers and social workers themselves witnessed strange events, footsteps in empty rooms, objects flying, and the most shocking of all, a child walking backwards up a hospital wall in front of doctors. Imagine seeing that with your own eyes. Priests performed multiple exorcisms, but the family eventually fled the home. The house became so infamous, it was the subject of the documentary Demon House. Even police officers swore they would never step inside again. 2. Robbie Mannheim, 1949, USA. This is the case that inspired The Exorcist. In 1949, a 14-year-old boy began experiencing violent outbursts. Objects flew across his room. Scratches appeared across his body. During the exorcism, the word "hell" appeared carved into his skin, as if by invisible hands. Not written by human hands, but as if burned into his flesh. His bed shook violently as priests prayed. Imagine being a nurse, and watching a child's body slam against the mattress with nothing holding him down. After weeks of rituals, the boy was freed, but witnesses swore they had seen evil itself. To this day, his story remains one of the most terrifying exorcism cases ever documented in America. 1. Anneliese Michel, 1976, Germany. She was just 23 years old. A devout Catholic student, who believed she was possessed. Anneliese spoke in multiple voices, growled like an animal, and refused to eat. For 10 endless months, priests performed 67 brutal exorcism sessions. Neighbors heard her terrifying screams echoing through the village at night. Her parents stood helpless, listening to their daughter beg for release. When she died, her body weighed just 68 pounds. A skeleton of what once was a vibrant young woman. Her parents and priests were later charged with negligent homicide. Years later, Hollywood made The Exorcism of Emily Rose. But the real audio recordings of Anneliese's voice are far more horrifying than any movie. These were the true stories behind some of the most famous horror films ever made. But the question is, were these people truly possessed by demons? Or were they victims of something far darker, something even science still cannot explain? So what do you believe? Tell me in the comments below. And remember, sometimes the movie ends. But the true horror never does.